Every battery you own, your phone, your laptop, your car, hides a tiny amount of flammable liquid. It's the reason they can catch fire. For years, one fix has promised to change that: the solid-state battery. And every single year, they tell us it's almost here. So in 2026, are they finally real? Today, facts only. We'll answer 3 questions. 1. What happens if you make that liquid solid? 2. Is it actually shipping or just a promise? And 3. The numbers. How much better and when can you buy one? Some of what you've been sold is real. Some of it is a marketing trick. Let's separate them. First, today's battery. A lithium-ion cell has 3 parts. A positive side, the cathode. A negative side, the anode, usually made of graphite. And in the middle, an electrolyte, the liquid that lithium ions swim through as the battery charges and drains. That works, but the liquid is the weak link. It's flammable, it's bulky, and it limits how much energy you can pack in. Today's best cells hold around 250 to 300 watt-hours per kilogram. That's the yardstick for everything that follows. Here's the whole idea in one sentence. Replace that liquid with a solid, a thin layer of ceramic, glass, or polymer. Argonne National Lab describes this solid as non-flammable, so one fire pathway simply disappears. And there's a bonus. The solid lets engineers ditch the bulky graphite and use a thin foil of pure lithium metal instead. Lithium metal stores far more energy in less space. That's where the real gains come from. QuantumScape's cell is rated at 301 watt-hours per kilogram, about 20 to 30% denser than today's. Real numbers. But note, that's the company's spec on sample cells, not a car you can drive. So if it's that simple, why isn't it in every car? Because solids fight back. Problem 1, dendrites. Tiny spikes of lithium metal grow through cracks in the solid and short the cell out. Problem 2, contact. The solid has to stay perfectly pressed against the electrodes as they swell and shrink. Some designs need clamping under enormous pressure, or heating to 60 degrees or more. Problem 3, the popular sulfide electrolytes react violently with air and moisture, so they must be built in ultra-dry factories. All of that is expensive. And here's the honest part on safety. Removing the liquid removes one fire risk. It does not make the battery fireproof. 2025 research in the journal Joule found solid-state cells can still overheat and burn in reactions measured up to 2,500 degrees Celsius, which raises the real question. In 2026, is anyone actually shipping this, or is it all still in the lab? This is where the marketing trick lives. Here's the fact that cuts through everything. As of 2026, there are 0 true all-solid-state cells in any car you can buy, from anyone, anywhere. So what about those solid-state cars in the headlines? Most are semi-solid, and semi-solid is not the same thing. It still contains a little liquid, around 5%, basically an upgraded lithium-ion battery. That's why it can ship today. China's MG4 became the first affordable EV sold with a semi-solid battery, deliveries starting December 2025, under 13,000 euros. But be honest, its energy density is 180 watt-hours per kilogram. Ordinary. It's sold for safety, not range. NIO shipped a bigger semi-solid pack in 2024, then quietly killed it after a few hundred units. Too expensive. The all-solid future? Every date is a promise. Toyota targets 2027 to 2028. Samsung, 2027. CATL, the world's biggest maker, says pilot in 2027, mass production around 2030, and with industry estimates putting its cells at 3 to 5 times the cost. QuantumScape is shipping test samples to Volkswagen, but still losing more than $100 million a quarter. Now the scoreboard everyone actually wants. Energy density, today's best, up to 300 watt-hours per kilo. Solid-state samples around 301, with labs reaching 451 in May 2026. Better, not triple. Charging. QuantumScape's cell is spec'd to go 10 to 80% in 12 to 15 minutes. Toyota's target is under 10. Lifespan, over 95% capacity after 1,000 charges. Strong, but a prototype figure. And cost? The quiet deal breaker. Regular lithium-ion just hit a record low of $108 per kilowatt hour. Solid state? Roughly $350 to $800. Several times more. That's why it won't be in your cheap EV yet. So, when can you actually buy one? Honestly, near term, you'll see semi-solid batteries in premium and niche vehicles. The first all-solid product may not even be a car. An Estonian motorcycle claims that title, launching in 2026. For solid state in a mainstream car, the credible window is 2027 for the first trickle in flagship models and around 2030 for real volume. And remember the track record. Toyota has already slipped this promise from 2020 to 2023 to 2026 to now. The wall isn't, can we make one? It's, can we make millions, cheaply and safely? So here's the honest verdict. Solid state is real. The progress is real and measurable. If those numbers hold at scale, we get batteries that are safer, denser, and longer lasting. But in 2026, it's a premium promise on the horizon. Not a finished product. Better, not magic. Coming. Not here. If you want the truth about batteries without the hype, subscribe. We'll be here when it actually ships.